As college costs climbs, local leaders say scholarships are more important than ever. Friday, a Rockford organization celebrates 45 years and partners with Wired Cafe to help the next generation of students. Miriam Niesmeyer shows us how supporters pay it forward.
Education is something that everybody should have access to.
At Wired Cafe in downtown Rockford, coffee is doing more than bringing people together. It's helping fund college dreams.
Education is something that has helped me attain some of my goals and reach some of my goals and some of my dreams.
The Rockford Association for Minority Management, or RAMM, partners with Wired Cafe to raise $1,500 to sponsor a student to go off to college.
We've helped over 900 high school seniors head off to college.
Wired Cafe co-owner Joshua Patterson says he wants other young people to have the opportunity to explore their ambitions.
So it's just important for young people to know that they can dream and that their dreams are accessible, and education is a vehicle to make sure that that happens.
Robertson says the need for scholarships is only growing. This year alone, more than 100 students applied for support. RAMM plans to award scholarships to 36 students. That's the most in the organization's history.
With all the changes in administration, the education department, scholarships are going to become paramount to help students to continue their educational journey.
Robertson says students face more financial challenges because of the state of the economy.
The number of jobs that have been lost over the last year, I think the resources to support our students to go to the next level, they're not the same as they used to be. Having access to scholarships such as RAMM, I think it makes the journey and the financial burden a little lighter.
In Rockford, Miriam Niesmeyer, WIFR News.
On Friday, February 27th at the Tabala Event Center in Rockford, RAMM will host the 45th Annual Scholar Celebration. The event cost $125 and all proceeds go back to the student scholarships.